Most people think mistakes are proof. Proof they're not talented, proof they're not ready, proof they should stop. But James Joyce flips the meaning. In Ulysses, he frames errors as portals, doorways into discovery. A portal is not a wall. A portal is a passage. So the mistake isn't the end of your progress. It's the moment your progress becomes real, because reality always includes friction. Tonight, we're going to treat the quote as a mindset blueprint. How mistakes reveal hidden information. How they build courage and creativity. And how the people who succeed aren't the ones who avoid errors. They're the ones who learn to walk through them. A mistake is rarely just a mistake. Psychologically, it feels like a verdict. You missed the shot, so you think you are a failure. You said something awkward, so you think you are incompetent. You tried and it didn't work, so you think you shouldn't try again. That's the trap, turning an event into an identity. But a portal is neutral. It doesn't judge you. It simply reveals what you didn't know before. The moment you stop asking, "What does this say about me?" and start asking, "What does this show me?" the mistake changes from shame into information. And information is power because it gives you options. You don't discover anything new by staying inside what's safe. Creativity is not decoration. Creativity is exploration. And exploration has a predictable cost: errors. Because when you step into new territory, you don't have a perfect map. So mistakes are not evidence you're doing it wrong. Often, they're evidence you're doing something new. This is why the portal metaphor matters. The mistake is the moment you touch the edge of your current skill. On that edge, you either retreat or you learn. And learning at the edge is what expands your world. Here's what high performers understand. You don't have to avoid mistakes. You have to control the size of them. Small mistakes teach fast. Big mistakes break momentum. So the smartest strategy is not perfection, it's iteration. Try small, miss small, adjust small, repeat. That is how discovery happens without destroying your confidence. Because confidence is not built by never falling. It's built by learning you can fall and still move forward. Most people treat feedback like pain. They interpret it as punishment. But the portal view says, feedback is navigation. A mistake is your system telling you, this method doesn't work under these conditions. That assumption is weak. That skill is missing. That's not personal. That's practical. And practical feedback is exactly what turns talent into mastery. When you stop moralizing mistakes, you start using them. The real enemy of discovery is not failure. It's image management. People would rather look competent than become competent. So they choose safe tasks, safe opinions, safe goals. But discovery has a price: temporary embarrassment. If you can tolerate looking imperfect while you build, you will pass the people who protect their image, because they will not enter the portal. And you will. Every creative breakthrough has a hidden history. drafts that failed, attempts that felt stupid, versions that didn't work. The final product looks clean. The process is not. So if you judge yourself by the mess of the process, you will quit before the breakthrough arrives. But if you accept the mess as the path, you stay long enough for discovery to show itself. That's the portal. The moment you choose persistence over pride. A portal is only useful if you walk through it. So here's the mental move. Don't replay the mistake to suffer. Replay it to extract. Ask, what did this reveal? A gap in skill? A gap in plan? A gap in patience? When you can name the lesson, the mistake stops haunting you. It becomes a coordinate on your map, and a map gives you direction, which is exactly what motivation needs. Let the idea become a rule. Mistakes are not the opposite of progress. They are the doorway into it. In Joyce's framing, the error can be a portal if you treat it like one. So stop asking for a life with no mistakes. Ask for a mind that can use mistakes. Because once you stop being afraid of the door, you start discovering who you can become on the other side.